Thanks for tuning in to ARIRANG News. I'm Devin Whiting in Seoul. We begin with President Park Geun-hye's policy address to the National Assembly. President Park announced that the government will begin the process of revising the Constitution to change Korea's one-term, 5-year limit on the presidency. She pledged to have the process completed by the end of her term. Song Ji-sun has our top story.
President Park has vowed to put the revision into effect before her single 5-year term ends, citing the outstanding difficulties she has experienced over the past 3 years and 8 months she's been in office. She said the challenges facing Korea cannot be tackled with just a handful of policies or reforms, and that the revision must be approached with the next century in mind.
대통령 단임제로 정책의 연속성이 떨어지면서 지속 가능한 국정 과제의 추진과 결실이 어렵고 대외적으로 일관된 외교 정책을 펼치기에도 어려움이 큽니다. 북한은 몇 년만 버티면 된다는 생각으로 핵과 미사일 개발을 수십 년 동안 멈추지 않고 있고 경제 주체들은 5년마다 바뀌는 정책들로 인하여 안정적이고 장기적인 투자와 경영에 어려움을 느끼고 있습니다.
President Park said that the single-term presidency can no longer serve the needs of a changing society and said now seemed the right time and place to answer the call from the public and the political realm to go ahead with the revision. Public polls indicate that 70% of Korean people agree with the idea of revising the Constitution, and nearly 200 lawmakers, or 2/3 of the total, are engaged in a parliamentary movement to proceed with the revision.
저는 오늘부터 개헌을 주장하는 국민과 국회의 요구를 국정 과제로 받아들이고 개헌을 위한 실무적인 준비를 해 나가겠습니다. 임기 내에 헌법 개정을 완수하기 위해 정부 내에 헌법 개정을 위한 조직을 설치해서 국민의 여망을 담은 개헌안을 마련하도록 하겠습니다.
President Park also asked lawmakers to set up a special parliamentary committee and to gather public opinion on the issue to further develop and discuss the scope and content of the tasks ahead. On what kind of governance structure the president has in mind, the presidential office said that the decision should be made through open discussion with the public and the politicians, but added that the president should take the leading role in that process. Song Ji-sun, ARIRANG News.
Now, turning to the economic issues covered in the president's speech, President Park called on lawmakers to pass next year's government budget before the deadline in early December. She said the budget plan was drawn up with the aim of overcoming the current economic and security challenges while laying the foundation for 30 years of growth for the next generation. The budget aims to do this, she said, by maximizing expansion within the limits of fiscal soundness. In August, the government proposed a budget for next year of 400.7 trillion won, or about $350 billion US. The president stressed that much of the spending will go to creating new jobs, as well as the search for new areas for growth. The National Assembly will begin reviewing the budget proposal this week and has until December 2nd to pass it. At an event to mark the 71st anniversary of the United Nations on Monday, South Korea's top diplomat condemned North Korea's continuous provocations, saying extraordinary circumstances require extraordinary responses, and that half measures will no longer do. Foreign Minister Yoon Byung-se made the remarks at a ceremony in Seoul. This year also marks the 25th anniversary of South and North Korea joining the body. He stressed that Pyongyang's 2 nuclear tests, its 24 ballistic missiles of all types launched this year alone, plus its reprocessing of nuclear material, constitute at least 27 manifest violations of UN Security Council resolutions. That's why Minister Yoon highlighted the critical role of the UN and its members in dealing with these threats, while expressing hope the organization will help bring peace, security, and eventually unification to the Korean Peninsula. In other news, the Financial Action Task Force, an international body that fights money laundering, is getting tough on North Korea. It's adopted a statement urging member nations to suspend all foreign exchange transactions with the regime. Lee Min-young has this report.
The Financial Action Task Force, which fights international money laundering, is calling for tougher financial sanctions against North Korea, in line with the latest UN Security Council resolution. At a meeting in Paris Friday, the FATF adopted a statement calling on member countries to drastically tighten measures at home to cut off cash flows to the north. The FATF is an intergovernmental body aimed at combating money laundering, terrorist financing, and related threats to the international financial system. Its 37 member states include the U.S., China, Japan, and Russia. It urged members to shut down all North Korean banks, corporations, and local branches set up within their countries. It also called on members to pull the plug on all forms of foreign exchange transactions with the reclusive state. Friday's statement was stronger than the one the FATF adopted in June's meeting in the South Korean city of Busan. In that statement, it asks states to closely inspect North Korea-related financial transactions. At Friday's meeting, South Korea also agreed to create a trilateral body with Japan and China aimed at stopping money laundering and terrorist financing. Lee Min-young, ARIRANG News.
And that's all for now. Thanks for watching. More to come on News Center in 2 hours' time. Bye for now.